Hey, what's up GBA fans, and welcome back for week 5 of Top Plays. I'm Dom, and I'm joined by Paulie.
Welcome everyone, my name is Paulie Mack, and yes, we are here with the week 5 Top Plays, and this week's going to be a little bit different. There weren't a lot of thrilling plays. If you watch the games, there weren't a ton of plays that made you go, wow, that was amazing. So we've kind of infiltrated some moments into there, some moments that were big impact on the game, maybe things that were a bit out of the control of the players themselves, or maybe even some little bit of luck. But we decided to include them because really there wasn't too much else to put in this week, so hope you still enjoy, and let's get right into it. Starting off at number 5, we have Jolt of the Token Minorities and the Kansas City Jirachis taking on Cybertron and the Melbourne Rotoms. Now, Jolt is going to get off to a really hot start here, leading off with his Scarf Breloom. This was a really solid bring against Cybertron's team as Cybertron leads off with a Heliolisk. And again, this is one of those plays that, not really a great play that Joel made, but what happened was huge in altering the battle. Joel's going to go for the Bullet Seed, and it is a Scarf Breloom, as I already mentioned. He had no good switch into it, and he's going to go out into his Pelipper, Cybertron does. And going for Bullet Seed here, he needed 5 hits to kill, and in the past, Breloom has let Jolt down in terms of not getting enough hits, but right here he gets not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 hits on the Pelipper, knocking out the Rain Setter turn 1, meaning that this Scarf Breloom outsped the entirety of Cybertron's team as long as the rain went away, which would now only be up there for a total of 8 turns for this entire battle because the Rain Setter was gone. This was huge in setting up this win for Jolt, and it made it so he's now 5-0, number 1 in the league, and deserves to be number 5 on this list.
And our number 4 spot of the week, we have Chimpact and the Philadelphia Scizors versus Wolfie and the Milwaukee Bewares. After a long game of back and forth, Chimpact does a fantastic job of using Bulu both offensively and defensively, and puts himself in a position to show off his tech in action. Fearing the Hornleech or Woodhammer, Wolfie goes into his weakened Heatproof Bronzong, while Chimpact throws off a couple Snarls to knock it out. Granted, 2 Hornleeches or Woodhammers might have done the job in terrain as well, Snarl was just a safer bet. From here, even through the burn and after taking an overprotected Earth Power from Mega Garchomp and a breakneck Blitz from Xurkitree, Bulu is able to bring home the bacon for Chimpact and pull off a W against Wolfie.
Coming in at number 3, we have Envy of the San Diego Chimchargers taking on Crimson Seabed and the Detroit Steel Wings, and a play that, again, maybe not the best play, but was definitely a huge moment in the battle. After Thundy Eye comes in to revenge the Kyurem, instead of deciding to sack off the Kyurem, Envy decides to sack off his Empoleon, but instead of going for the Wild Charge, Crimson decides to go for the Fly. This allows Envy to get up his Stealth Rocks, and these Stealth Rocks are very important in helping out his team the rest of the battle and setting up that Alolan Raichu sweep. Might just be a small little thing, and it might not seem like that big of a deal, and again, it was a sack, but that moment was huge, as those rocks were super important in wearing down Crimson's team the rest of the battle, and again, setting up the Alolan Raichu sweep.
The runner-up match this week was between Tom and the San Jose Sharpedos and Mono and the Tampa Bay Luxrays. Both Tom and Mono have both had some impressive games this season, but this time, Tom came out on top. Seeing a big hole to exploit in his Como, Tom goes for the U-turn on Mono's Dragalge with his Landorus, predicting a switch and maintaining momentum. His Gliscor comes out. Gliscor attempts to prevent any setup shenanigans early by taunting Como, but not before it's able to get off a Dragon Dance and pose a gigantic threat to Mono's team. From there, Como is able to 2-hit KO Gliscor with Ice Punch, devastate Dragalge with the Dragon Claw, and pummel the remaining members of Mono's team with some big Drain Punches. Tom seems to have caught on to the lesson that Drain Punch can sometimes win more games than close combat, and he pulls off another big win this week.
And finally, our number 1 play of the week goes to Joey, aka Pokeaim, and the Bronx Beartix taking on Lars, El Scizor, and the Borussia Don fans. And we saw something like this earlier in the season get somewhere in the top plays from Lars, and now it is against Lars, and it is a Prankster Tailwind play. As Joey's going to go out into his Whimsicott, and this Manectric is going to just go for the HP Ice because he knows he can take this thing out. But what he doesn't know is that it has Tailwind, and because it gets a Tailwind up, this then sets up the Salazzle sweep that, closes out this game, as Lars is unable to take out the Salazzle with his Scarfini. Again, it led to Lars miscounting the Tailwind turns, which ended up throwing him off and maybe making it a little bit easier for Joey to get the win, but at the same time, that Tailwind play is what set up the win in the first place and deserves to be number 1 on this list. And those were our top plays for week 5. Did you agree? Leave a comment down below on what you guys thought, or if you have anything else, comment that down below.
Thanks so much for watching, and remember to check back next Friday at 4 for more top plays. Have a great day. Peace.